Hi guys, Spinosaurus Reviews here, and today I'm going to do a review on the Safari Ltd 2015. Is it 2015? Yeah, 2015 Yutyrannus. Now, I believe I think there's a couple other companies do a Yutyrannus, but not in this scale. I think Safari is the first one to do one in this scale that is this feathered as well. I know another, I think it might be Reebor or W Dragon do a Yutyrannus. I could be wrong on those. I think it's Reebor though, do Yutyrannus, but I don't think it's this well feathered. So yeah, Yutyrannus was an early ancestor of the famous tyrannosaurs. It is in the tyrannosaur family, but this guy only had 3 claws rather than 2 like your main tyrannosaurs like Tarbosaurus, Daspletosaurus, Albertosaurus, and obviously Tyrannosaurus rex. This guy had 3 claws while they had 2, and is assumed that this guy was very well feathered, as it was found alongside obviously your other theropod dinosaurs from China and stuff that were also very heavily feathered, so they assumed this guy would be 2, which could be wrong. It might not have been feathered, but let's start off with the head sculpt on this guy. Absolutely amazing detail on this dinosaur. Really nice head sculpt. Not quite your typical tyrannosaur head though, which is nice. It's got like more of a nose ridge on it, which is more seen with the like carcharodontosaurs than it is tyrannosaurs, but it's still really nice. Obviously this has been made as well before the evidence of lips came in, so you can see the teeth while the mouth is closed. Now we believe these guys would have had lips to cover those, so you wouldn't have been able to see the teeth while the mouth was closed. I really love this model, but I do think I would have preferred it, as they've shown the teeth, I would have preferred it if the jaw was open. I think there's a nice little bit of red on the crest there, on the nose ridge and above the eye, and then where this really shines is just the feathers. Although it's only using two or three colours, it's still really beautiful for this dinosaur. Obviously you've got the head feathers, which are white tipped with black, which is super nice if this decides to focus. There we go. Quite big ear openings and quite big nostrils on this figure, I have noticed. You've got the ear opening there, I believe that is. I don't believe that's a feather because it's on the other side as well. The eyes are beautifully done in a yellow with a black spot, black pupil in the middle. Really nicely done, really brings this figure to life. Head's beautifully done. And then just throughout the body, all these intricate lines to simulate the feathers, with also a dorsal ridge going all the way down the base of the tail, just to simulate the feathers going all the way down this animal. Obviously this guy does have the bird-like scales on the feet, which we now believe that these dinosaurs didn't have. Theropod dinosaurs did not have those guys on their feet, so most of the figures now you get are lacking those scales, which, you know, I don't really prefer them with or without. You know, I'd take it as it comes. I think as dinosaur lovers and stuff, we've got to be able to evolve with the science, whether or not you kind of like the outcome. You've got to be able to take it as it comes and goes, because the science is always going to change. What we know now could be completely different. It is going to be completely different to what we know in another 5 or 10 years time. So yeah, absolutely beautiful color scheme. I really do like this. It makes it would stand out in a snow diorama, and it's absolutely beautiful color scheme. I don't think this would have benefited really from any other colors. I think it would probably ruin the model, to be honest, if they'd tried to make it all colourful and fancy. I really love the use of the grey and the whites and the blacks on this model. Obviously the only non-feathered parts are the physical hands, feet and face. They are still scaled. And the underside is also completely feathered, which is nice, because most people think that tyrannosaurs especially would have been under the base of the tail, belly would have been scales, and possibly the legs would have been scaled, and only really the top parts would have been feathered, because obviously these would have just been rudimentary feathers for probably keeping itself warm, obviously with them being cold-blooded, and possibly at the time China would have been probably quite cold back then, so yeah, Yutyrannus was assumed to be coated with feathers to be able to keep itself warm. But it's an absolutely beautiful model, stands perfectly fine. Really love the stance from the front. And yeah, definitely worth a pickup if you haven't got this model already. As I said, I think Safari is the only company that make Yutyrannus in this sort of scale, which I think is 1/35th scale. I could be wrong there, but I think it's about 1/35th scale. The other company, which I think is Reall, is substantially bigger than what this one is. That one is more of a diorama kind of figurine, whereas this one's just like a solid statue to display on a shelf, which is, I don't know, it's probably about 7 inches long by 3 inches tall, something like that kind of thing. But yeah, looks great on a shelf. Probably one of my favourite theropods that Safari make. It's just such a unique dinosaur. You know, you don't see it a lot. It's not represented a lot in dinosaur media. So it's really nice to have this represented here by Safari. And they've done a cracking job with it. So yeah, that is my review on the 2015 Safari Ltd Yutyrannus. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.